Exactly. We can just look at each other and chat. Yeah. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Eddy Live Show, episode number 173. I'm here with my good friend Girish, and I forgot to ask you how to pronounce your name properly, your last name.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's one question that I get a lot, Eddy.
I bet. I was like, that's the first thing. Don't forget
glad that you have asked it on air right now, so that probably many of the other people would get it right as well.
Please let us know. How do you pronounce it?
Hola, amigos. So my last name goes Hiranandani.
Hiranandani.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that just sounds a little bit more rhythmic, and so I think
that's beautiful.
That's gonna be good.
Okay. So Girish Hiranandani.
Yes. Sir.
Perfect. Okay. No, because when I put the name out there, I was like, make sure you ask him before you go on how to pronounce the name. But of course, that's the one thing I forget. Yeah.
All right.
Beautiful. All right. Let us know how the audio going, guys, and let us know about the video. It's the first time we're streaming in 4K. So beautiful, man. How's business? How's life?
Thank you for having me over here, Eddy. First of all, I think I have to first of all extend you my heartfelt gratitude for having me over for this all-important podcast of yours. Everybody wants to be a part of Eddy's podcast. That's what I hear. And a little bit of Spanish to begin with for you. How about that?
Sure. Give me one sec just to make sure that we're up here live. And I don't see it. Sorry, give me a second here.
Go ahead.
We should be live. Are we live? I don't see it. Sorry, guys. Can you guys see us live? Yes? No? Looks like we're live on Facebook.
Yeah.
Looks like we're live on Facebook, but not sure if we are live on YouTube, which is strange. Anyways, let's just keep going.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that, man.
Absolutely.
I don't know why it's not live. It's a little glitch.
That's
anyway,
right.
Just keep going. We're good on Facebook.
The link is gonna go on, and it's
all
gonna spread.
good.
It's gonna spread. There's no way.
Sorry, brother. Yeah, let's go. Let's
go ahead.
Okay. Boom. Yeah, go for it, man.
All right. So basically, I think if I'm coming to Eddy's casa, then I have to speak a little bit of Spanish at least.
Please do. I'm always amazed with your Spanish.
I can boast a little bit that I learned a little bit
of
this culture of yours. So, a día hoy es muy feliz para mí porque yo tiene esta oportunidad.
Okay.
Si puede hablar con Don Jefe, Don Eddy.
Oh, man. Muchas gracias. I just want to make sure. Are we good? Yeah? Sound is good? Looks good, sounds beautiful. Okay, awesome.
All right.
For some reason, the YouTube one's not working, but it's okay. I'll put it to YouTube after.
Sure.
It's all good.
No
Beautiful. Okay, awesome. Man, so you need to tell me, how did you get, the first time we met, you spoke Spanish to me, and I was kind of like, what?
Yes.
It was so good. So that was way back, and now you've been in Taiwan, you were telling me, for longer than me. So let's take a little step back and say, originally, what was it that brought you to Taiwan?
Okay. So here's how it went. Basically, I come from a family of doctors.
Okay.
I'm the only one who's not a doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, thankfully.
Really? Okay.
Thankfully.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Smart
I saved
family.
a lot of lives.
Okay.
I saved a lot of lives by not being a doctor at the same time.
Okay.
So I was doing my undergrad in science as well at the same time, and I kind of had this opportunity to join my uncle, who was already a trader over here into international trade. So that's what brought me to Taiwan, to join him and his exports business, and which was mainly focused towards these areas in Caribbean and Central America and South America.
Gotcha.
And hence the Spanish. Because once I joined him, I started traveling around, I started going and meeting up people over there, and that kind of gave me that much more exposure to be able to speak in Spanish at the same time.
Gotcha.
English was always a checked, and then we had Hindi was always a check. So that's how it happened. Came to Taiwan, joined the exports business in spite of having a science background, so you can see that was like totally two different areas.
Yes.
Confused.
Yes. No,
Very confused,
It's crazy because usually, so you learn Spanish.
Yeah.
It's very different from your own language, right? Right.
Yes.
Well, obviously, you guys learn English. You learn English in school, right?
Correct.
But how many languages do you speak? before I start. Yeah.
If I might say, like in a way of like not fluently, but I would say like English would be good, Hindi would be good, Spanish, the way I speak, if you call it good, it's good enough. Then there will be like 2 or 3 dialects from India as well. That would be the Marwari or Rajasthani as we call it.
Okay.
And a little bit of broken Punjabi. And, And a language called Sindhi, which is what we are. Which is my caste, you can say. As we know, in India, we have many castes and sects. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know much about that, but I would love to know a little bit if that's not crossing the line. About
it is. It is
caste
absolutely.
Stuff.
Yeah, the caste stuff and everything, because we kind of have that, always have had that different sects in India and different provinces. We're coming from we hail from different areas.
Yeah.
The followership or the religious, you can say, following would be more or less on the same guidelines, the same gods, in different forms, in different avatars, as you might say.
Sure.
But we do have our own culture.
Okay.
Every sect, every caste has got its own culture, their own ways of doing the weddings and different ceremonies, and hence very kind of, if you go to see, you'll find them very different in terms of events that are organized throughout the year. Within each community. We could say community would be a better thing on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is how it works. This is how it's been working since centuries, and this is how it has been, and even now it just continues.
Till now, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It's just that with the arrival of information and technology and the world kind of shrinking, with YouTube and stuff and all, you will find people mingling. You'll find like people from different castes mingling around a lot more, even intercultural.
Okay.
So so that way, you can find more of intercaste marriages now as compared to before.
Before it was just like...
Before it was like you're going to look within your own community and you'll find some girl from that. And then that's how you're going to get married, Arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage is exactly, I don't know if that's
so I had an
still
arranged
a thing.
Marriage,
Did you really?
So I would be probably one of the last species, with it.
Really?
Yeah.
So now that's not a thing anymore?
It's still there.
It's still a thing.
It's
okay.
It's very much there, yeah.
Because I grew up obviously in Canada.
Yeah.
But a lot of my best friends are East Indian as well. And so I didn't know that much about it, but I got to learn little bits and pieces about different things and different parts of the Indian culture.
Did you happen to go to an Indian wedding or not?
I did not, man. I mean, I guess I wasn't popular enough. You got to take me to one, man.
Yeah.
You got to take me to one.
Next big fat Indian wedding, Eddy's invited. All right.
Oh, please. Oh, man. Please. I would love to go.
We'd like to show you how exactly we party during the day and then we party after the party.
I was actually, we were just talking about weddings.
The wrap party, yeah.
It's actually... one of the bucket lists for me, because as a non-Indian, you see them on movies and on like any kind of TV shows or any kind of shows where some kind of Indian is in it and they have a wedding. Looks amazing. Mexican weddings are great.
Yeah.
But the Indian ones look like they look next level.
The way you see them on the Bollywood movies and all, that's how it is.
That's how it really is.
That's how it really is. Yeah, you're gonna have a henna festival. You're gonna have a rain dance. You're gonna have a musical night. That musical night is gonna be throughout. Yeah, you're gonna you're gonna have music as a integral part of the wedding. Beautiful. Like you're gonna basically be dancing throughout the whole day. Yeah. Yeah,
I love it.
You're going to consume a lot of alcohol, but you also lose weight at the same time. It's going to work both
all the
ways.
Dancing?
The balance.
Okay. Oh, man.
Yes.
Speaking of Indian culture, one of the biggest things that I love is food.
Yep.
And just check this out. Check this spread out. I got this fantastic spread from Jai Ho Indian Restaurant, who is opened by this man, my man here. If you want good Indian, you come to Tianmu, I think, right? Yeah. Tianmu's a good spot, man, and I'm actually gonna I'm gonna grab a piece. Grab a piece. My daughter is on her way, and she's gonna wolf that down. But I mean, what we usually do is we do wings, right? Yeah. And so we start from like the basic.
Everybody knows Eddy's wings.
Yeah. Well, we do the wings and. Yeah, man. So we start from here. So if you want to, obviously you can join me on this. You can do.
This is the ransom I got for Eddy today. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Ransom, sorry, the bribe.
The bribe. No, it's
the
good.
It's going to be later.
Yes,
that's right. The bribe I got for Eddy today. I would like to see him dig into either Indian food, and this is the dish probably I think he loves the most.
Yeah, man. Oh,
how's it, Eddy?
Oh, it's great, man. I love it. I was saying earlier, Mexican and Indian are probably my top two.
Yum.
So that's the buffalo. That's
Eddy's
the basic
wings,
buffalo, man, and it gets spicy by the end, but that's just a chilling one. Oh man. So good, dude.
I think
I don't even want my wings. I want Indian food now.
I don't know. I think I would rather have an alternative name for your show over here.
Okay.
We could probably call it Los Cosas de Vida y Comida.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Yeah. Las cosas de vida y comida.
Las
yeah.
Cosas de Vida y Comida. Because we're telling you about our lives and we're telling you about the food that we love.
That's really it. You know, sometimes people, when I ask them to come and do a show, they think, oh, you know what, I'm not a good story. Oh, I forgot to get plates, bro.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's okay. I will. It's okay. I'll get some plates. Yeah, they say, oh, maybe my story's not interesting, but I think that most people have a great story to tell.
Yes.
And I think that us coming from small towns in a different country, coming to here and coming in at a young age and almost growing up like adult life here. Like I've been here for just over 20 years and I'm 44, right? So I'm almost like 50-50.
Yeah.
But my adult life is pretty much all here.
Yeah.
So people ask me about Canada and I don't even really know anymore because I live here. Right? Ask me about here and I'll tell you.
I'm sure your visit to Canada, if it is on the cards, like once a year or even once in 2 years.
As a single guy, as a single man,
it's more like a vacation.
It is like a vacation.
Home now.
100%.
It's pretty much home. So when you go back to India, in my case, in Canada, in your case, it's basically always a vacation.
Yep.
That you go back there, reconnect with people, have a couple of reunions, do your shopping or whatever you want to get. Come back here.
Get the foods you miss, get to see the family, right?
Exactly. So that's the scenario.
Rita, can you get what Xiaopanzi meal?
Yeah.
Man.
So,
brother, so good.
The story that I have is pretty much similar to yours. Like when I
so
came here, I was like 21.
Okay.
And now I've been here for like 28 years now.
Okay.
So very, very similar to you. I'm 49. So you're pretty much on the
looking
same...
good, brother. You're looking good. Yeah.
Everything on the same range and the same, the same kind of lives, particularly because we came here with a different set of idea for how we're going to spend our life over here.
How long? How old did you say you were when you came?
21.
21.
Fresh out of the college.
Damn.
Absolutely
okay, you got me beat.
Yeah.
I was like 23.
Yeah.
21. Man, you got me beat. Okay, keep going. Sorry. Go ahead.
So we just arrived here and like kind of having dreams of having a better life and kind of making a name for ourselves.
Yes.
Getting to learn something new and getting better at it.
Yeah.
That was the idea, and that's how it kind of progressed. Luckily for us and for most of us, and for which we are grateful to Taiwan. I think this is this one place that actually really made us feel at home. One of the most convenient places that you can ever stay in.
Yep.
And it gave us all those opportunities because of which you could open this restaurant and I could open this restaurant and give a glimpse of our cultures to all the people around here in Taiwan. Mm-hmm. And it feels so proud that each time that if a customer comes over to our restaurant and asks us about our food, that how it is made, how is it in India, how are the flavors coming out and everything. It just feels proud that we can give them that introduction and tell them all about it.
100%, man. I mean, when somebody comes in and maybe they didn't eat Indian or they didn't eat Mexican food before, and they come and they eat it and they like it, and it's just like it's a pretty proud thing. It's a cool thing, man. Cheers. Salud, salud, salud.
So cheers to good food. And
cheers to good food.
Lives. Yeah, salud.
Salud. What do you guys say in India? Like instead of like a salud?
Chak de.
Okay. Oh man, thank you so much. Beautiful. So, you said you're going back for holidays, right?
Now, finally, now that the COVID has kind of settled down.
It's been a while.
3 years. It's been 3 years that we have not been able to make a trip back home.
Okay.
So now there's finally a chance that we can go back to home and meet up with a few friends, meet up with my mom and my brother.
Okay.
And just reconnect. But it's going to be a short trip, but I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
I think everybody is. Whereas there's been quite a few people who have traveled in the last few weeks, days.
Yeah.
Immense number of people who have gone back to India.
Okay.
And other places as well, US, wherever they hail from. Mm-hmm. And it's a chance that everybody was waiting for, I think, for a while now.
I think so. I think for me, it's been 5 years since I've been home. Mm-hmm. So we tried to go every couple of years.
Yeah.
I would say the first 10 years of having the business, we didn't go that much because it's a tough business. You know, like
it is.
when you start this business, it's not that easy, right? You know, you start, it's tough. You got to build a name. You got to build a reputation.
You don't know the norms. You don't know the rules.
You might know maybe you know how to make food,
Yeah.
but you don't know how to get people in the door. You
Correct.
don't. It's a steep learning curve, right?
Yes.
So you know, it's very rare that something opens and it's
Yeah.
new and it's just booming from like day one, right?
Correct.
So I mean, we did okay. We probably
Yeah.
broke even, and then we're over under
Yeah.
for probably 10 years,
I
man.
know.
It's a long time. So during those 10 years, we didn't travel, we didn't go home. Building my business, it was tough because I didn't get to see my family for a long time. All my best friends and everything were all getting married in Canada. I couldn't go because I had no money. But now it's like, okay, we're ready to go. And then COVID. So we were due. Yeah, we went a couple years before COVID, and we were due like that summer.
Yeah.
Then of course we're like, okay, we'll wait this out. And now it's been 5 years, so it's a long time. So the plan is this summer to get back home. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it, man.
How much of bachelorhood did you have since arriving over here and
In
before
Taiwan?
you meeting up with your wife?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's a
wanna know
good
about
question.
That era, yeah.
You want to know about
hard
that?
work and everything? Yeah, I think we all with that.
Yeah,
that's
forget about
covered,
the hard
that's all
work, yeah.
covered, yeah, right.
Yeah, okay.
Let's talk about the
Yeah,
other
shoot,
stuff.
man.
How
Yeah,
much of
yeah, okay.
bachelorhood did you have over here? How many years were you a bachelor?
I had I would say 4 or 5. Like I can't really remember, but I came here at 23. So I got married at 28.
94, 99.
Right?
Okay.
Got married at 28. It was about 5-ish.
5 years.
4 or 5 years,
Same.
yeah.
5 years of bachelorhood.
Oh
man.
my gosh. You know, and it's crazy because
Now,
that
now
20
tell
years
us about that bachelorhood. Where were the places that you used to go to?
Okay,
Like,
well-
I do remember the places that I used to go to.
Okay,
party out.
okay. Let's talk about
And
it.
I had
Yeah.
a curfew. I had a curfew from my uncle because we used to stay with him.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So now, and an uncle was old school, like really old school.
Okay,
And he
I love
said,
it.
After 12, I'm going to lock the gate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you guys are on your own. So if you don't come back by 12 or 1, I don't know, whatever was the
Okay.
curfew time, then we had to actually climb up the gate and get inside the house somehow. Yeah. And we did
Wow.
that a couple of times. Yeah. Me
Okay.
and my cousins. There were a couple
Okay,
of cousins
okay.
also working with me.
Okay.
So we used to go to Freedom, KK's,
What about
Kiss La Boca, and Queens. And,
there was that one. There was like a whole bunch of them. It was Roxy.
Yeah,
Remember Roxy's?
Yes, Roxy.
There was like
was a-
Roxy Vibe and Roxy 19 and
Exactly,
Roxy like
Roxy Vibe.
there was like a whole bunch of them.
I know,
right?
I'm talking about the late 90s. Late 90s would be
Yeah.
the ones that I mentioned.
So okay, so
You're
that's
going with the
okay.
Roxy is the one at Cheung
That's a little bit
Shao.
after,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
How many tequilas a night, Eddie?
Oh man, you know what?
Yeah, right.
I've been a pretty cheap drunk for a long time, but you know, when I came here, so I come from a really small town,
Yeah.
small population. I'm talking like 8,000 people,
Yeah.
right? Like pretty small. You say small town as well. I don't know what size would be for your town, maybe.
It would be probably in that era. It would be about, let's say, no, it would be bigger than that. Definitely not.
Yeah,
not
sure.
That
I mean,
small. Yeah, right.
We're like 4
Yeah.
hours from Alaska.
like 1 million.
Okay. Okay. We're 8,000, right?
Yeah.
So the cool thing is that everywhere you go, it's like Cheers, that TV show. Everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's good. But then the bad thing is when you get a little bit older
Yeah.
and you want to do some stuff,
Yeah.
everybody knows your name. Everybody knows you everywhere you go. People are like calling your mom saying, "Oh, I
Yeah.
saw your son do this."
Yeah.
And so I think the worst part is growing up, I was pretty shy. I was a really shy person before I came.
Why
And
do I
nobody
find
believes
that-
it. Nobody believes it.
No,
I know.
why do I
I know.
find that hard to believe? Yeah.
Yeah.
You are projecting that image now.
Yeah.
That we know that. Yeah.
There you
like
go.
Eddie's
Yes.
really very shy and all
So
that
I
everything.
was before I came.
I think underneath there lies a different layer. You know, you got to peel them
I
one
had
by
to peel-
one. Yeah.
peel the layer,
Peel them
right?
one by one. Yeah.
Exactly.
So we're peeling Eddie today. All right.
That's it. Hashtag peeling me.
Yes.
So basically, I was really shy, and when I came here, in my hometown still, you know, you date and stuff like that, but it's a really small place.
Mm-hmm.
So if, let's say you like a girl,
Yeah.
and you would know probably the last 4 or 5 of her boyfriends.
Yeah. Oh, you
so
would.
you know everybody.
know
everybody knows everybody.
And it's going to be a headline.
Yeah, and it's
gonna
a
be a
headline.
headline, okay.
Yeah, and if you like somebody, and if you get rejected by somebody, that's a headline.
That's a headline also.
So it's like everybody knows everything.
All right.
Right. So growing up like that,
So who
being
got
somewhat
hooked?
shy.
Who got hooked and who got dumped?
Exactly.
Both
Oh,
ways.
It's like on the front page, basically.
Awesome.
It's like it's a crazy way to grow up. It's fun when you're a kid, but when
All
you're
right.
like when you actually like you kind of like a girl or something, it's tough. And then back in the day, you know,
Yeah.
you need to think of a pickup line,
Uh-huh.
or you need to think of some kind of introduction, icebreaker, right? And then, okay, there's that. Whatever, you get used to that. You get, you do what you can. Not complaining. I had a good time.
Yeah.
When I came here, like I said, I was 23. I was in, pretty good shape. I came here. I was teaching a little bit. I was coaching soccer, making pretty good money. For me, it was great money at the time. And then just a single guy, not supporting anybody, living in like a crappy little apartment because that's all I needed as a man, just like a studio that cost like nothing. And there was still a Blockbuster Video here at that time. Blockbuster Videos, right?
Yes.
So
nostalgia, man.
There you go.
Nostalgia.
That's Blockbuster Video. So
KPS and was KPS or what? KPS and Blockbuster, two of them.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Each other, yeah, right.
And the funny thing is, when you would go to a computer market, you could pretty much buy any movie on VCD.
Correct.
Right? You walk down and there'd be pirated VCDs everywhere.
Remember CDs,
which was amazing.
Guys? Do you guys remember CD? The round things that we used to put into devices and watch movies? Yeah.
Yes.
Talking about that.
I didn't even know about VCDs until I came here. Yeah. So anyways, So basically, things were good, but everywhere you would go at the time, people would kind of. Everyone talks to you like every girl almost would talk to you because maybe there wasn't too many foreigners at the time, but I mean everywhere you go to like a Blockbuster Video, two things would happen. There would either be women talking to you, or people were offering you English teaching jobs. And it's just like everywhere you go, they're like, oh, you teach English? I'm like, I can. And they're just like, okay, well, what do you want? How much do you want? You come to my school. And I'm like, I'd kind of just want to rent this movie and go home and watch it.
It's a good thing they didn't see our grades, of our school grades before that.
Exactly.
How were your grades?
My grade, guess, man, awful.
Must be good, man.
Good. Come on. No way, dude.
That won't be the reason that you came from Canada to here. Would that be? No.
No. Definitely. The grades, grades weren't good. Yeah. You have to check Facebook. It's too late. It's been already 30 minutes. Yeah. So basically, the grades were not good.
Grades were not good.
That wasn't the reason I came. That was just I wanted to get out of Canada, do something different.
So how did Taiwan come to your mind?
So one of my best friends growing up his family was from here.
Okay.
So we used to exchange lunches when we were kids in elementary school.
Awesome.
And it was good. I love Chinese food.
Yeah.
Everything was good, man.
Right.
So I thought, you know what? One of my friends' older brothers had come to Taichung and taught English for a couple of years. Then he went back and he's like, this is great. So I thought, okay, I want to do something different. I actually was going to be RCMP in Canada, and I got all the way to the very end, failed the final interview because I was too young.
Okay.
They said, go get life experience. So I thought, okay, I'm going to come to Asia, try something different. And then plan was to stay for 2 years, get some life experience, and go back, reapply, because you can't reapply for 2 years.
All right.
But then I came here, and it's like, this place is great.
All right.
Everywhere you go, everybody's like, let me take you out. Let me buy you this. Let me buy you that.
They kind of absorb you completely into the culture and everything.
And
they have nothing. They've got no kind of you can say judgmental issues at all. Like, okay, you want to have a drink, have a drink. You want to have our food.
Exactly.
Yeah, and helpful and everything. We have all been there. We have all seen that part of Taiwan.
And beautiful women.
Yeah.
Right,
beautiful
right,
women.
Beautiful women.
Totally.
Yeah, so
totally.
Here we go. So we're good on Facebook.
Yeah,
sorry for those of you guys. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but we're good on Facebook. Yeah, we're live on Facebook.
All right.
I will upload it to YouTube right after we're done here. But yeah, so we came here.
So
went women. It was great. I had a great time in the bachelor days. Everywhere you go, everybody would be like, "Hey, want to hang out?" And I was like, "Yeah."
I had long working hours because of joining my uncle's firm.
Okay.
That was a pain.
That was tough.
Really a pain. Like I'm talking about getting off at 10:30 at night, and then going home and having dinner, and then you're off to sleep because you got to start again at 9 in the morning again.
Oh wow, that's tough.
Yeah, that was tough. So it was office job, but then because of probably catering to the markets, which were like absolutely on the other end, and exactly 12 hours away from us, 13 hours away from us.
Okay.
So the night factor used to always be the communication time,
that makes sense.
And there was no emails or WhatsApp at that time. It would only be the faxes.
It's crazy. Yeah, I remember the fax days. Yeah.
You're going to use the fax to convey the information, and so this was one of the things that I did feel like, that if I could have had more time to have more fun. Like whatever fun I had was good and fun, but probably a little bit more. So that was there, and then out of like any kind of expectation that totally not expecting it that I'll be getting to have any kind of sports over here that I used to love to play in my university days over there. I used to play table tennis on university level, which was national level.
Oh, wow.
There.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to train for 8 hours a day.
Okay.
And if you play for the university team, at that time there used to be a provision that you will get 5% extra on your score. 5% is a lot, yeah.
Oh,
so
nice.
If you score like 65, you're going to be 70.
Oh, that's 70,
nice. You're going to be
okay.
75.
Okay.
So I used to play for the university team, into university level. And then cricket, it's in our blood.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I think my introduction picture basically shows over there.
I got a picture.
So,
hold up, check this out.
Yeah, so this is the cricket. That's in our blood completely. And so finally, in 98 or 99, I got to play cricket over here on an amateur level, on a club level. And I realized that we have 3 or 4 teams on the island which can actually have a triangular tournament, and then it became 4 teams.
Okay.
Became 6 teams.
Really?
As of today, I think they have around 16 to 20 teams on the island.
Really?
Yes, exactly.
And is it mostly Indian, or is it like a big mix
of
Taiwanese?
You got Australians, you got South Africans,
Really?
you got English, you got
Beautiful.
you got Sri Lankans.
Okay.
And India, of course, Pakistan.
Of course. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Has to be has to one of these 2 countries. New Zealanders.
Okay. Yeah.
People from New Zealand. So now it's got like all a nice mix, a nice blend.
Beautiful.
And yeah. So before it was one team would particularly have countries from people from one country, but now it's like kind of a nice blend that you have.
Okay, that's cool.
And
yeah.
so
What's up? Oh, my wife's watching. Yeah. So there you go. I know, it's fun. Okay, that's good. Okay, perfect.
There you go.
Hey, some of this is for Aaliyah. If you guys take too long, I'm going to eat it all. Okay.
That sounds like a threat.
It is a threat.
Joe, that sounds like a threat over there.
Threat, yeah. So I will upload to YouTube after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
cricket was there.
Okay.
And so I got a little bit of sports, and that was really fun. That was really like kind of a lifesaver. Like you do need to do stuff that is fun.
I think to this day,
that's so important. That's
people
so important.
People will still ask
about that. If you don't do
that.
and if it's all work, it kind of really gets to you. And that's exactly that. It didn't happen. Thank God for that.
Yeah, for sure.
And I could find time for that.
Okay.
And you didn't play any particularly any sports?
So I grew up playing soccer.
Yeah.
I coached soccer. I played soccer.
Yeah.
I did play soccer here. I coached soccer here for I would say for the first maybe 15 years or something that I was, maybe 12 years I was here. For the first few I played, but I coached for, I would say 12.
All right.
And it's cool to see some of the kids that I coached as little kids now, invite me to their weddings and stuff.
Great.
It's pretty,
wow.
Time flies,
Coach,
man.
I'm getting married.
Yeah, Coach, come.
I used to play left flank.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's cool to see that.
That's
because
fun, man. That's really fun.
You really get...
you kind of feel like a father, huh?
you feel like a father, but you feel like you were impactful on someone's life, and it's a cool thing, man.
Exactly.
I actually one of the coolest things is my first year here when I was like 23. I taught kindergarten.
Yeah.
And to this day, still one of my favorite jobs ever. I love kids. I love little kids especially, and some of them are still in touch with me now here, but now they're like got to be like 25, 28, like
big guys. Yeah,
big guys. And one of the funniest things was there was this girl who I used to coach.
Yeah.
One day I was just here working here at this restaurant. This one girl, I would say, was 24, tall, like beautiful, like this gorgeous girl. She comes up to me. She's so excited. She gives me like this massive hug, like this bear hug. And she's just like, whoa, she was so excited to see me. And I was like, okay.
Right.
And it's a girl, right? So I'm just everybody's staring.
Where's Joe?
all the staff at the time, everyone's just staring at me. And I'm just like,
fun.
Hi.
Yeah. I hope you could have a still of that, yeah?
I would love that. I would love that. I was kind of like, oh my gosh, because I coached her when she was probably like 10, and when she's 10 to like 24, that's a pretty big difference, right?
I know.
So kids come and they give me, hugs, and I get invited to weddings. It's cool. It's cool. One of the best things ever. Before I came here, I was also coaching in Canada, and I took a group of kids from Canada to Mexico for a tournament, and that. To this day, a lot of the kids, they still talk about that with me. Now they're like in their 30s and stuff, but it's cool. It's really cool. Yeah.
You mentioned Rishi earlier, did you?
Rishi, yeah.
You know Mithun as well, the one who comes with him?
Okay,
together.
yeah.
Is one of his very good friends.
Yeah, yes.
So he was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 when I arrived
Oh my
Taiwan.
God.
Yeah, and today we're drinking shots together.
Oh wow.
We're partying out together and everything, till the wee hours and everything.
Oh,
So
man.
that's how time flows. Like they grow up and they kind of come to their own, and they become adults, and you can connect to them on a different level, and which is so beautiful.
It's kind of cool, because I don't know. It's tough for me when I used to teach. I used to really like the little kids.
Yeah.
And then, like the middle-aged kids,
Yeah.
like junior high-ish.
Yes.
It was tougher.
Yeah.
He was not my favorite. But then when it gets to high school, it's great again.
That's when all the metamorphosis is going on and the
Yeah.
changes are coming into effect.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's the opinion
yeah.
that is being developed. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
so-
And it's like these guys. What I found is if you treat them like adults,
Yeah.
like people, not like some dumb kid or
Yeah.
whatever. It's great. You get respect. You get a really good
They're really
relationship
happy.
going.
They're really happy with that,
when
yeah.
they're really little, you take care of them. You have fun. You have a good time. Again, great.
Yeah.
But in the middle, like I would say, junior high-ish, that's
Junior
tough
high-ish, yeah, right.
because they're kind of making that transition.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, open your book to page number 25.
Yeah.
F you, teacher. And you're like, oh, you're like, oh, here we go. So yeah,
Either way, yeah.
but when they get older and you treat them like adults, it's great.
I know.
So yeah, I've always been really good with kids. I've been coaching soccer myself, volunteer since I was probably 12.
You're still doing it?
No, I'm too busy now, man. Yeah, my daughter doesn't really. She never really liked it that much. So I like soccer and I like UFC, right?
All
I
right.
like MMA and jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. Am I like a proficient guy? No, I just like to watch it, right?
Just like to watch it.
But I tried some, BJJ stuff.
Yeah.
I like it, and I put my daughter in it, and she really likes it.
Good.
So surprisingly, she liked that. She didn't really like soccer. Which is
Changing
good and
times,
bad.
man.
It's
Changing
something.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
changing.
it.
It's cool. She likes it.
Yeah.
It's good for her.
Yes.
It's good. It's good things for her to learn. The problem is I'm not good at it, so I have to outsource. Or if she wanted to play soccer, I can take her every day and turn her into Ronaldo in 6 months
you
for
would,
her age.
definitely, yeah.
But
And you'd
with
be
BJ
rich.
Yeah,
And you'd be rich.
Well, maybe I should force it, right? But like with jiu-jitsu, I can't. I'm just
yeah. You have to get the pros.
You got to get the pros. Yeah, so we do have some
right.
good pros here. Yeah,
I know.
it's beautiful, man.
So
Keep going on the story.
that
Yeah.
happened, and then came the 2000s, and around that is the time then I started my own firm over here, which is also international exports.
So firm
that was
international
2001.
Okay.
And I started my firm, and I started working, and ever since 2001 until now, I've been working in the same field. And it's generally all about this is the boring part. It's just basically what Taiwan has been kind of famous for, like providing general articles, merchandise, whether it's electronics, appliances,
Okay.
hardware, anything that you see in a supermarket.
So you're
or
taking
anywhere.
Taiwanese products and
Taiwanese
exporting.
products as well as Chinese products.
Okay.
And then you ship it to the countries wherever they are needed.
Okay.
And you're gonna sell it mainly to importers, to distributors, to OEM buyers as well, or you're gonna create a brand of your own and maybe do it a house to house kind of a business as well.
Okay.
There are many ways to do about that, and most of the Indian community that you'll find in Temu are a part of the association called Indian Association of Taipei. And
I
they
think
are
there's
most-
a big Facebook group,
Exactly,
right?
yeah. So
it's
they
a-
are all involved in mainly in this trade.
Okay.
That's the
okay.
trade we all are
Gotcha.
in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
So the restaurant thing was not actually a very active thing
Okay.
until the later you can say 2010, 11, around that time.
Okay.
That's the time like when me and my good friend Jeho is with me and my brother from another mother, Jayesh. He's the one we both have it together, and his lovely wife, Neha. So Jayesh and Neha and Jayesh and me, we kind of planned it out in 2012,
Okay.
and we had no idea about how to open up a restaurant.
Yeah, none of us did
We
from the
had
start.
no clue whatsoever where to look for a premises. How do we get the chefs? How do we train them? How to make a menu? How exactly do you want to do the decor? Everything was
Yeah.
on gut feeling. Everything,
Okay.
okay, this might look good. So we'll do that.
Let's try it.
This might look nice. We'll do that. So we had our first premises, which was in Herping East Road, and it was called Fusion Asia.
I remember that place, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You came there, right?
Of course I did. Yeah,
right.
Of course.
Fusion Asia, and we had a bar which was in the shape of a truck. You remember that? So we actually got a truck and we put it inside the restaurant.
I remember.
To give it that look. Now, it might be one of a very attractive kind of a feature, but actually it didn't do much in terms of, you didn't get more people coming and asking for a drink over there. So sometimes you got to learn by experiences. It did look fine and it did look nice. It was an attraction for kids.
Yeah.
So would probably sit inside and try to kind of. So this is how it started off.
I think you live and learn when you're building.
Exactly.
When you're building, yeah.
But on this note, I would also say I'm absolutely and fantabulously lucky to have a guy like Jayesh with whom I have done this venture, and Neha, because one of the best people that I could have joined hands with to get Indian food.
It's tough.
Indian food. Kind of giving a glimpse of Indian food to the people that we wanted to reach out to. And these two are wonderful, wonderful people that I have in my life, and very thankful, like a lot of gratitude to the Almighty for having these people in my life.
Right on, brother.
Yeah.
It's really important to have the right people around.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Golden heart, both of them, completely.
Because one of the reasons is it's tough. It's going to get tough.
Yes.
There's going to be days when there's no money in the business, or there's problems and there's things that need to be fixed, and you don't know how to do it. Maybe they know how to do it.
Yeah, you got to.
It's a roller coaster.
You got to go through all of it together.
Just a quick thing, like for me, when we built this restaurant, this one for sure for us is kind of our third iteration of the restaurant.
Okay.
And it was it's for sure been the most successful one. But it's funny because, like, when we come in, we have the sofas, right? The couches, and then we have the low tables, and then the high tables, and then the bar. So in my experience, especially from before, but to here as well.
Yeah.
For example, if like a foreigner, expat Canadian like myself or American or somebody comes in, they come in, and it's like, number one is bar. They want to sit at the bar.
Yeah.
2 is high table. And then 3 is either low table or sofa.
Okay.
Right? And then if Taiwanese come in, it's completely opposite.
Different, yeah.
Number 1 is the sofa. Number 2 is the low table. Number 3 is the high table. And if it's really, really have to, then they'll sit at the bar. Correct. If it's like last, they want tacos, but they don't want to wait for a table, they'll sit at the bar.
Correct.
So it's a very, very different thing.
I know that.
And that's probably similar to your indoor bus thing.
They want spacious things, they want spacious tables.
Yeah.
Because especially when we do a spread, like how it is over here.
Of
like,
course,
these
it's
are
beauty.
Like just 3 things.
Yep.
But if you come to the restaurant itself, and you've been there so many times, we have like 35 different versions of curries.
That's, man.
So if 6 people come and
that you can change a curry every day for a month over.
Exactly. Yeah. Like
it's beautiful.
All 35 of them are like kind of available at all times.
But this is what you got to. Here's just a quick pop-up thing, but I'll forget.
Yeah.
You do like an Instagram post with a different curry, the curry of the day, boom, 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 boom. And then the next month you start it again, right?
Again, yeah,
that's
exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Or a different kind of a starter, an appetizer that has kind of popped up, a new one or
exactly.
something.
Exactly. Because I know Taiwanese love curry.
I actually kind of created a food album.
Oh, really? Okay.
That, a while ago. And
good.
Our manageress, Mary,
okay.
You met her.
Beautiful. Yes,
she kind of started contributing to it. Jay started contributing to it.
Awesome.
And, we kind of started telling them that, okay, you got to do more of these posting pictures kind of business.
For sure.
Because social media is the thing that's driving all the businesses over here now.
Exactly. And it's funny because
we are weak at it, actually. We really are weak at it, yeah.
No, well, the funny thing is you just have to learn it, and you take like a Facebook course or whatever. But actually, me looking at other restaurants, I can be like, oh, I got ideas.
True.
But then for my own one, I have no ideas, because you're just like, oh my gosh, I've tried everything. That didn't work. This didn't work. So it's like, it's really... It's easier to be outside saying, "Hey, you should post curry of the day," but then when you come in on yours, it's very hard.
We should make
on your own.
Probably I should find the ideas for your restaurant. And
that would be perfect.
The ideas for my restaurant at the same time.
That sounds good, man. Because
that's gonna work. That's gonna work, man. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you're doing your own business for so long, it's just you just get overwhelmed, and then you're like, okay, wait a minute, business is good.
Yeah.
stable, income's good, everything's good. Okay, don't touch anything. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Frankly speaking, ideas do pop up, and they pop up at the wrong time, I think. Sometimes when you get the idea, you're not in the right place to kind of execute it or implement it.
True. Agree.
Like, it would pop in probably when I'm in the office working on some kind of inquiry which is for the exports business, and at that time I was like, oh, we could do like this.
Yes.
All right, you know what? When I'm going to go to the restaurant next,
I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do it. That thing like kind of, just flows away and, in somewhere else.
I always read that, Hemingway, right?
Yeah.
He used to keep this little book.
A diary.
And they call it a Hemingway book, right? Yeah. And he would just keep it in his pocket. When something would pop up, he would just do. And I've been thinking about doing that for like a decade, and I haven't done it, Sometimes when you wake up, you have this weird dream, and you're like, oh my God, that's the perfect idea. Oh. It's like a Seinfeld, like a comedy skit, right? And then you're like, I got to write it down, and then you don't. I'm like, oh, this is such a good idea. For sure, I'll remember. And then you wake up, and you didn't even know there was an idea. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy.
To all our viewers, I think the very reason smartphones were created was because of me and Eddy over here.
100%.
Right, yeah. We got the Notes app because of me and Eddy couldn't contain the ideas long enough to implement them. So
especially
if you guys have any kind of tools that might help us to retain the ideas for a longer period and then really executing them, please do reach out to us.
Yes, please do, because you know what, it's crazy that you just have these great ideas, and then I will forget 8 out of 10 of them. I will forget for sure. And it's crazy. And then, you'll tell, or you might even mention it to one of your staff.
Right.
And then like 6 months later, they'll be like, hey, we were going to do this. What happened? Like, oh, you have to remind me. But they feel bad. They're like, they don't want to be like, pushing the boss. Be like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, no, you got to remind me, because I forget everything.
I know.
So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Likewise.
I got to try one of these, man. Yeah. Go ahead. You want to get on the next ring? You can join me with this too.
Totally.
So that's a buffalo. We got a chipotle here.
Yeah.
What kind of chutneys we got here, man? I love this.
You got the coriander and the mint one, and you got the tamarind one over here.
Oh yeah.
Can we have some tissues, please?
We should for sure. Yeah, they're supposed to have brought that.
Mm-hmm.
But
all right.
Usually the table is prepped, but
that's all right.
Not really, because it was
good
dead
stuff,
for lunch.
Guys.
It was
good
dead
stuff.
for lunch. Yeah. All right.
So being at Eddy's and being on Eddy's podcast, this is a pleasure that is granted only to the very few lucky. Us.
I'm trying.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it to the brim completely.
Thanks, man. The reason I started this is because with this business, you meet so many cool people. And you hear so many cool stories.
Yes.
And you just want to, you think you have this like 30-minute or hour or 2-hour conversation with somebody. And it's amazing.
I know that.
And you just wish, you had some kind of video recorder. You wish you had something there. Yeah. Because it was like an epic conversation.
Of something to reminisce about. Yeah, right.
So that's it. That's really it. And I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Right? And I just think there's some cool stuff. And... And I'm a big fan of yours as well, man. Right. So I appreciate it, brother. You gotta get me to a big fat Indian wedding though, man, because that's a bucket list for me, man.
We might get you married to an Indian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right. We'll take permission from Joe.
Okay.
Can we have Eddy for a wedding, a mock wedding or something like that? Yeah, we can ask her. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, that might be good. Yeah. Here's a request for both of you. From a viewer in Tokyo, give me a sec. I'm planning to do a trip to Taipei soon. We need a place to dine, so please describe the most delicious thing in your restaurant and kindly describe it in the most mouth-watering way. Domo arigato. Okay, go ahead, dude. Yeah.
All right, Why don't you describe the most delicious thing at my restaurant?
Oh, my gosh. Okay, well, I definitely love the butter chicken.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's very creamy. It's very rich. It's a very... the size is nice. Because, I as much as I love butter chicken, sometimes when you go to other places, you're like, yes, you order your butter, and it's like a shot almost, and you're like, ooh, okay, cool. But it's great. What I love is I love tandoori chicken.
Yeah.
All of the skewers at your places. I love. Yeah, man. I'm trying to think. I think anything in the tandoor oven. Is great.
Yeah.
Right,
the grilled,
I find all that stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yes, all of that stuff is great.
Yeah,
I don't know. The naan is good.
Yeah, I think
something that I love is that I love tamarind. I love tamarind.
Yes.
I mean, in Mexico, we drink agua de tamarindo, right?
Agua de tamarindo, yeah.
And we
right.
tried many times to sell it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really sell.
Really?
But that was a while ago. We might try it again.
Yeah.
But for me, when I go and there's any sort of any tamarind, like this tamarind, I'm trying to say tamarindo. I'm trying to say tamarind, but it comes out tamarindo.
Tamarindo,
yeah. and it's I love it. It reminds me of Mexico. It reminds me of like childhood. It reminds me of just good stuff.
It's a very essential
man.
part of the sauces that we normally use in the Indian cuisine. Yeah, because any kind of Indian curry that is made, it kind of has these different flavors fused together.
Okay.
Which has a blend of spices as well as the sourness. You know, the sourness itself is the important factor. They might use lemon or tamarind or there's you can use some other condiments as well to kind of get that that sourness into the curry as well. It might be very subtle. It might be very little, but it's so important. If you don't have it, you'll find that some element is missing from that. Yeah,
beautiful.
So apart from what all Eddy has said, one of the very sought after dish at our restaurant is the lamb Rogan Josh, or the mutton Rogan Josh as we call it, and it's a lamb curry.
I love lamb curry.
It's made in tomato and onion base, and it's made out of. It can be made in many different versions, and you can make it spicy, more spicy, very spicy, or are you nuts kind of spicy.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
and it goes immensely well with any of the breads, but in particular, I would recommend the lachha parantha, which was the one that Eddy had just a while.
Right here.
That was the one.
Oh, it's so good.
This is the one because it's the crispiness of the bread and the rich, succulent pieces of lamb in that curry. That's what that goes too well. So that is another dish that I would add to the list.
Beautiful.
And Eddy's over here. I am a big fan of his enchiladas. I absolutely love Eddy's enchiladas. They are really amazing, especially the chicken one. The stuffing and the way it is made, it's really the cheese that has been used with that, and it's the tortilla. I think the tortilla is
we make everything.
You make it every day. It's fresh tortilla made at Eddy's. It's not that you get a tortilla from outside and then you're making out of it. I think that's the difference.
Big difference, yeah.
Eddy also has these sauces which are really amazing.
We do.
Yeah, and those go so well with his enchiladas that it's to die for. It's absolutely to die for. So if you're coming over, you have to try these enchiladas. And the fish tacos is also something.
The fish tacos are, actually those two are probably our best sellers.
Yes, the fish tacos are amazing. If you're going for a healthier version, you're going to go for the fish tacos.
Yes, probably.
But if you're really in a mood to indulge and have something really nice, go for the enchiladas. Amigo.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your answer. Appreciate it. It's funny because the enchiladas are one of our best sellers.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, people we didn't have them at the very beginning. So the enchiladas in Mexico used corn tortillas.
Yeah.
Right? And we couldn't get corn flour at that time at the very beginning. We didn't know. Right now, we grind our own corn. Like we're making our own corn from scratch, our own tortillas from scratch.
Okay.
At that time, we didn't know how to do that. So people kept asking. They kept asking enchiladas, and I said, I don't have the corn tortillas. I don't have the masa. I don't have the dough. I don't have the flour. I don't have anything. And they're like, doesn't matter. Just use flour. Just use flour. I'm like, no, you can't use flour. You can't use flour. And then eventually, sales were crap. And I said, okay, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? Let's just try same exact process with the flour tortillas that we home make.
All right.
Became our best seller by far. To this day.
Really?
The best seller with flour tortillas, right?
Because was it accepted in here much better than it is compared to, because I do notice that the enchiladas that I have back in Panama or elsewhere or in Mexico,
probably corn.
Corn.
So we didn't have that, so we tried flour and it became our best seller, and we're like, okay. And the funny thing was, the extended version of the story was when we were able to get the corn, I switched it to corn.
Okay.
And then the sales for the enchiladas went it became one of our worst sellers.
Really?
And people said, what happened?
So to go back to flour then?
I'm like, no, it's supposed to be with corn tortillas.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's way better before. Now it's no good. And so we switched it back. and now it's like now it's back to the top. This was years ago, but it's been one of our top sellers for years. So the flour tortilla enchiladas are one of our best sellers, and once in a while I'll get someone come in and give you, oh, it's not supposed to be flour, but that's the reason. You can get corn if you want. Now we have both, so you can choose corn, but not even 9 out of 10, man. 98 out of 100 of them will be flour, and everybody loves them.
Yeah.
And if you want corn, you can ask for corn, but everybody wants the flour.
Really?
It's crazy.
So there is a corn flour.
There's a corn version,
corn enchilada as well available, right?
Yeah,
I gotta try one of those, man.
It's good. It's good.
I gotta try one of those.
But but people will come in, they get the flour, and they're like, wow, this is awesome. It tastes, some people say, oh, it tastes different, but tastes better than what we get over there. But actually, it's actually the wrong tortilla.
Yeah.
But it became our best seller, so
That's
what can you
great.
do? You know?
Eddy,
Yeah.
you are a chef. You do cook, right?
Yeah,
You're the one who set up this whole thing, right?
Yeah, we started with a stand.
So you are a chef, and I am not. Thank God for that, right?
Okay.
All right. So you were a chef, and you started this whole setup. But I've been to your first one that you had, which
in
became
Danshui?
Pita Bar later on, and
Yes, yeah, that one,
where I've been to. And the first person that I actually communicated with and ordered for was from Joe.
Okay.
She was at the counter at that time. That's when I realized that, okay, now this is a Mexican restaurant, and I came there with my family.
Yeah.
We all enjoyed it so much. The lemonade was amazing.
Okay.
I remember the lemonade. It was really awesome.
Okay.
And then we got these salsas, and we got those chips and the nachos and all. And we were blown away.
Okay.
Blown to bits. Oh, this is so amazing. This is so delicious.
Thank you, yeah.
And I'm even aware of all the problems that you were having during at that particular premises. In terms of
neighbors
sustaining over there, the
Yeah.
neighbors and all and everything, which thankfully now we don't have that issue anymore at all.
Yes, fantastic, yeah.
So you met Joe. Where?
Yes.
Where did you meet Joe?
So I was, one of my best friends and one of her best friends were dating, and they had a birthday on the same day.
All right.
And so when they had like a joint huge birthday party,
Lucky for
they
you.
introduced us.
Lucky for you.
It was great. They introduced us.
Awesome. Yeah.
And we were friends for a long time. Like I had dated other people, she had, dated before. And we were just friends for years.
You all right?
And then it's a funny story because it got to this point where we were hanging out, and I liked her, she liked me.
Yeah.
We were both single at the time. And the topic of marriage came up.
Yeah.
Right. And I was thinking to myself, this girl's amazing. How come she's not married, right?
Yeah.
And I asked her, I said, "What's going on? How come you're not married, right? What's going on?" And she said, "Well, nobody asked me. Nobody wants to marry me," type deal. And I was like,
Yeah.
it's just like this
It's a
light bulb
sign.
was like,
It's a sign.
why would
It's a sign.
that doesn't make sense because this girl's amazing. Why would no one want to marry her? I'm like, wait a minute.
Eddy to the rescue.
Why don't I marry her? This is great. I'm like, why don't I do it? This is great. Yeah. So it was good. I actually.
So you proposed there and then?
No, I went to a visa. I went to Thailand.
Yeah.
I was planning this visa run or something to Thailand, and I said, you know what, come with me.
Yeah.
And so I got a ring, and I took her to like the beach in Thailand and proposed there.
Romantic, man. That's great.
And I even asked her dad's permission before.
I'm gonna propose. Can I?
Yeah,
Like
I did.
that.
But before,
Right.
yeah, before I proposed, before I went to Thailand,
That's a nice story.
I asked her her dad for permission,
All right.
and he was like, "Yeah, it's
Right.
great." And it was cool.
Was she passionate about the Mexican restaurant business?
So you know what? We were both teachers at the time, and the reason this started is because you say like I'm a chef, but actually I just cook with my mom.
Yeah.
So like it's hard to call myself a chef.
So
I just
chef.
cook with mom,
Yeah,
man. Like I'm not a
chef
schooled
who's
chef.
grown
I didn't go
through
to
the days,
school.
yeah, right.
I didn't do any of that stuff. I just
Culinary
cook with my
stuff
mom,
or
and I love my mom's food.
That's great.
And so my wife also loved my mom's food.
Yeah.
So her dream was like a coffee shop,
Okay.
right? And for me now, I'm okay with coffee. Like I'll have coffee, but I can also go months with no coffee.
Really?
Because it's just not something that I'm used to. I do it now. just because I'll have a coffee. It is what it is.
Don't they have this culture of having cortado or something over there in Mexico, or is it more towards the South American sector?
They do have the culture of coffee, but I was raised in Canada, right?
So
I was born, but in Canada, I was always like trying to be like this health nut and stuff. I don't know. I just never really cared too much about coffee.
Okay.
And so I told her that if we do a coffee shop, for me to be like, doesn't know anything about coffee, all of a sudden I'm the coffee connoisseur.
The barista.
It's really, it's an art of, it's really fake, and I really, I can't be fake. I really, I don't know. I have no reason to lie. So I just feel I don't want to live a lie. So I said, but you know my food, you know my family's food, and if you want to try that, let's do that.
Okay.
So we opened a stand in a night market.
Okay.
In Danshui Laojie.
Okay.
So we did that for about a year, and then we did a small restaurant in Danshui. And then we got the other one, the other Tianmu shop, and then this one.
You had a Danshui joint.
Yeah, that was the original. That was the original, man. And it was good. It was good. It's tougher. Danshui is nice. It was a little bit tougher. This was 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit tougher. You know, the cool thing about Tianmu is the spending power is good, and people, if it's good, they'll come out. Yes. They'll come for Indian every week.
Definitely,
no problem.
That would be one of the most reasons that people would be a good place to invest.
Yeah,
but then at the same time, you need to be sure that your food is worthy.
It has to be
worthy of that.
Yep.
So that's pretty much there.
Yeah. So there's that, and then as opposed to like Danshui, people usually get paid at the end of the month in Taiwan, right? Or sorry, beginning. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the month. At least 15 years ago in Danshui, it would slow down. And then when you talk to other business owners, it would be like, what's going on? How come it's so slow? And they'd be like, Eddy, end of the month. And then, which means there's no one has money at the end of the month. No tenemos plata, yeah? So people would be like, end of the month. And then, it gets to the end of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, Niendi.
Different reason.
Niendi. And then just like, oh my God. So it's like Niendi, Yuedi. And then, but when we came to Tianmu, there's no Niendi. There's no Yuedi.
Yeah.
So, So we actually want to expand, get a little bowl. You want to expand. It's tough though. We've had 2 restaurants twice, and just before COVID, we shrunk it back down to 1, and we're pretty happy with 1. But
I think the timing was perfect in that sense.
It was good. It was good. Yeah.
Say that.
But I still want to take, this year, last year and this year, I'm really tightening the screws. Right? Do you want to come and serve yourself, or I do it?
Hi there.
Yeah? You say hi.
How are you?
Good. Sorry, my daughter. She needs
that
butter chicken. She needs that butter chicken. Right?
Absolutely.
So basically, at the end of the month, it would be dead there. But here, there was never that problem.
Yeah.
But so my plan is to get this year, before I go to Canada, just really tighten the screws on everything.
Yeah.
And
are you traveling this year?
Yeah, I'm gonna go home for not for the whole summer, but I'm gonna give her 2.
Yeah,
there you go. Good. You're welcome.
Enjoy.
Bon appetit. She loves it. Yes. She's been basically drinking butter chicken since she was 1. Yeah, she loves it.
There you go.
So basically, I got to get back, and I got to really. Things are good already.
Yeah.
I could go now, but I want to get it to the point where it's like. The dream point where you don't have to come in. I love coming here. I come here every day. Yeah. I'll do it forever. But I would like to get it to the point where it's pretty much there.
That it just goes on autopilot.
It's just autopilot.
It's kind of autopilot feature. Yeah. Right.
And I want to expand, and I want to do more. I know that this concept could work well in different cities in Taiwan, different areas.
I can totally relate to what you're saying because at one time we had 5.
I didn't know that. Tell me about that. Oh my gosh.
We had 3 food courts.
Okay. I do remember the food courts.
And 2 restaurants.
Okay.
And all of this was running simultaneously.
Unbelievable.
And
did you have a central kitchen, or how was that?
It was not easy at all. It was really tough. So we had a food court at the Breeze Center, that is opposite Taipei Arena. We had a food court at the Core Pacific Mall at Patha Road. And third food court we had at the food court joint we had at the Nehu, the Food Republic. Carrefour.
I remember that one. Yep.
Yeah. So we had these 3. In addition to the Fusion Asia, there was the original joint, and Jeho opened up as well in 2016.
Okay.
So in 2016, we had these 3 of them. Core Pacific at that time was already wrapped up.
Okay.
We had 2 of them. and 2 of these. So we did with 5 of them, but eventually, for us, Jeho was like the one that we really desired since quite a while.
I remember you wanting to get into Temu for a while, right?
No, the reason for getting into Temu was because we live so near.
Yeah. It's huge.
Like just like 1 lane away.
Yeah.
So it's so easy for us to, kind of maintain the things that we would like to maintain.
Yeah.
On a day-to-day basis.
Yep.
Because having to do 2 different kinds of businesses together at the same time, it's not easy sometimes. Like sometimes you're rushing over to the office, and then at the same time, you're trying to find the time space that you can even give some attention to your restaurant, which is so much required. And there's no way that you can completely leave it and not have feedback.
For sure.
Sometimes it's not the feedback that you're having from the customer, but even from the staff.
Yeah, no,
you
for
want to
sure.
know from the staff that, hey, how's it going?
Yeah,
what do you think sells good?
Exactly.
Why do you think it sells good? And what do you think we can add to that?
100%.
How's the flavor that they're liking? Do you want it to make it more spicy, or do you want it to add a different element to it?
Yeah.
Do you think you want to make a different set or something? That's how it worked.
100%. And when I say autopilot, I don't want to leave it. I love this business.
Yeah.
We've struggled to get.
It's enjoyable.
We struggled to get to this part, and now it's good. Now it's pretty good. Are we making like huge money? No, but it's pretty good. It's going pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what we've got, I think we kind of nailed it with this iteration of the restaurant.
Yeah.
We kind of a little bit of a Western feel, but Mexican food, and then the craft beer, and then the wings and stuff like that. I think we really nailed it there, and we really want to expand with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That would be good, man.
Autopilot for me means
it would be nice to have a bunch of Eddies around everywhere you go.
That's the plan. I mean, that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
And it's not for ego or for money. It's just because we think that
the legacy.
We think it could be good, and I want it to be able to roll after I'm gone.
Yeah, and the recipes should roll around at the same time.
Exactly,
yeah. Flow around, yeah.
And I think that I want to. I want to leave something for my daughter, if possible.
Yes.
Like I didn't come from very much money, and coming here, I didn't really have any money, and we kind of grew this from nothing, and to just work my ass off till I'm 70 and then close it would be a shame.
No, I don't think that's going to happen with your joint. I don't think that's going to happen.
So that my plan is, now that I'm still, like, I'm 44, I'm not a kid, but I still got lots of energy. I'm ready to do what I have to take it to the top.
The way I see your establishment running, I don't think that this is going to happen. I think she's going to be more than happy to take over it.
Thanks,
as long as
man.
she has got even this much passion for food.
Yeah, well, she
loves creating food, or for like a little bit of foodie bone inside her and everything. Definitely, then she's gonna love to take over this and take it to the next level.
Well, the foodie bone, insider, 100%.
That's
so.
Good,
when I would take
her to hear that,
when I would take her to kindergarten.
Yeah, well.
I mean, did your kids go to any local school at all?
No, they went to they went
Tiger
to
Tots and stuff.
TYPA.
Yeah. So my daughter goes to local school, right?
Yeah.
I used to when I taught kindergarten.
Yeah.
They would always have like an IE, making
the rice and all,
just
and
all,
the veg,
and it wasn't great. It wasn't great, but so my daughter's kindergarten had a similar situation. So I remember many a time picking her up at like 3.
Yeah.
And she was just this little 5-year-old, 4-year-old kid. And I'd be like, how was your school? And she would look at me and she's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, okay, didn't you eat lunch? She's like, I couldn't eat that.
Yes.
She's like, I can't eat that. I'm like, okay, what do you want to eat? And she's like, okay, well, it's up to you. I'm like, oh, it's up to me.
That is so cute.
Well, you're gonna love her answer. Yeah. And I would say, well, what are the choices? And she says, okay, we can go get enchiladas, or fish taco, or we can get American brisket.
There you go.
Or butter chicken.
Yeah.
These are the 4 things.
One of our most valuable customers.
Butter chicken.
Aliyah.
Yeah.
It's one of our most valuable customers.
And she's just like, or butter chicken.
Yeah,
so
right.
Let's go get butter.
Exactly.
She could eat butter chicken. She could drink butter chicken.
I know that, yeah.
She loves it.
I guess next time I should bring it with a straw, probably.
Yeah, straw.
In it, I think.
That's that. If you ever need marketing for your butter chicken, you just put a big pot of butter chicken in a straw, and my daughter will just drink it. Yeah.
One over there.
She loves it.
Absolutely.
So butter chicken, brisket, tacos.
Did she ever try any of the other dishes, or she just goes for butter chicken?
She does like the lamb dishes.
Yeah,
she She just the butter chicken. She just
the barbecue section. She never tried anything
She
in the barbecue section.
She has. She
the chicken
does.
tikka or the murg malai tikka.
She has. We like to try different things.
When you're coming over next time,
yeah.
you should try the mutton sheikh kebab.
Okay, I will definitely.
And the chicken sheikh kebab.
Okay.
Try both of those.
Okay.
Tell our staff to make it medium spicy.
Okay. The
Make
funny
it medium
thing.
spicy.
The funny thing about her, she eats spicy.
Yeah. That's
Right?
why
Which
I
is
said
great.
make it medium
Okay.
spicy
Okay.
and then go along with these chutneys over there.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
Okay. Beautiful. No, I mean, she's been eating spice since she was a kid.
Yeah, I know.
One of her favorite snacks as a little kid would be like a chip, one of the tortilla chips. We fry them up with onion
Yeah.
and green salsa. So she would just take a chip, snap a little piece off,
Yeah.
stack a piece of an onion, a raw onion,
Yeah.
a raw white onion,
Yeah.
and a little green salsa, and snap. She would sit there for hours. Just,
Awesome.
it's crazy. And then when her friends would come and see her, her Taiwanese friends, they'd be like, "Oh, what's that?" She'd be like, "Oh, it's delicious. Help yourself." And the kids would eat the raw onions, and they'd be like, "Oh!" They're screaming because they don't eat spice. And she's like, "What are you talking about?"
Eso, papá, ella es
What do you
una chica mexicana.
Una chica
Originalmente,
mexicana.
una chica mexicana.
Exactamente,
Exactly.
man. Exacto, man. Exacto.
Salud, señor.
So, do you like to run events? Have you had any? What's been one of the big successes for your restaurant here? I know you do a lot of events. I know you did. You had the Anthony Van Dyke did his curry council there recently, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's like a monthly
Yeah.
thing that happens at every other restaurant. They do it every month. That's
Yep.
there.
Every
But-
time they come to Tianmu, I'm busy.
I know.
Like that was the day we had Santa.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm like, we had Santa that
You
day.
were supposed to come over there that
And
day,
that
right?
day, the time before in May,
Yeah.
I remember it was May because I had COVID.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was in my room.
So you got COVID in May?
I got COVID in May.
I got COVID in May as well.
Really?
At the same
All
time.
right.
Come
May
on,
COVID brothers. All right. So it was crazy because I got COVID. I was totally going to go. One of my good friends is a Indian Canadian guy.
Yeah.
He went. Adarsh, right?
Yeah.
Menon?
Adarsh, yeah.
Adarsh Menon.
Right,
Do you know
right,
it? Do you know him?
He's there, yeah. He's there
So
every time.
he goes every time, yeah.
He appreciates our food like a lot.
Yes.
Like really, I'm really grateful to him.
He loves
He really
it.
loves the food over there.
Shout out to Adarsh,
Yes,
man.
yeah.
He's probably trying to watch on
Yes,
YouTube
yeah.
thinking, what's going on? Yeah. Usually we got, I don't know what happened to the YouTube, but
so-
I'll upload it after.
We'll upload
It's
it
all
later,
good.
no
I'll upload it
problem.
later.
We'll
Yeah.
still be known.
We'll still be known. Yeah.
Your secrets will be out either ways.
All good.
Yeah.
I'll upload
How
it. It's
you
all good.
proposed to Joe, how your dating thing and everything's out down there,
Yeah,
man.
the dating thing was tough because
Coming back to me, I had
Yeah,
an
do
arranged
it.
marriage. I had
Yes.
an arranged marriage, but
Yeah.
a very nice, beautiful wife, and then I had two fantastic sons. One of them who is now already graduated out of Taipei
Boom.
European School.
Look, their boys
There you
are
go, yeah.
so.
There
Your
you go.
oldest son is good friends with Baltazar, right?
Yeah.
Baltazar, they're good friends, right?
Correct.
Baltazar Jr. Yes,
Correct,
yes, okay.
exactly.
Okay, so
He's now
my
in-
who used to be my investor for this location
All right.
was Baltazar,
All right.
senior. Yeah.
Exactly.
And he would come with your son, Junior. Baltazar
Yes.
Jr. would come with your
Correct.
son all the time.
Correct,
Yeah.
They
So-
even the younger one is coming over here all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, no, for sure.
Mihir is here all the time. Yeah.
No, he's
Right.
great. No,
Yes,
it's
exactly.
really
Not to mention
Yes.
the amount of Eddies he's ordering from Uber.
Oh, really?
In spite of, I live just behind your premises.
I didn't know
by the
that.
way.
Okay.
I live just behind your premises.
Did not
But he
know.
orders from Uber. So every second day, I have a Eddie's box in my house.
Really.
Couple of them.
Oh,
lying
shout
over
out.
There, yeah.
Bring
I'll
him
have the
next
chips,
time, and
I'll
we'll
have
take
this.
care of him. Yeah.
All of it, probably.
That's awesome, man.
And he enjoys it. He loves
Thanks,
it.
man.
He absolutely loves it.
I think we were talking about a lot of
When
similarities,
you go to the
right?
family favorite section in the Uber thing,
It's all
Eddie's
Eddie's.
right up there.
Yes.
Yeah, totally
That's where
over
we
there,
should
yeah.
be, right up here on the top,
exactly.
right? Yeah.
So
No,
there.
it's the same with us. We love Indian. We
I
just,
know.
we just,
Totally.
we could eat it daily. Yeah,
we love
yeah,
Mexican.
yeah.
The important thing is that there are other options as well, but Eddie's is
Yeah, I
great,
appreciate.
man.
Yeah, no, the other
And
options
I'm
up
really
there.
glad that I'm living nearby, you know?
Yes, thank you,
Otherwise,
man.
It would make me run all the way wherever you are to get it from there.
Thanks, brother. No, like like I said, there are other Mexican places. I know a lot of the owners. Some of them are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So there-
definitely.
Like
I'm a
kids
fan.
today, the 16, 17-year-olds and 18 years old, they like
Yeah.
have a very kind of a distinct,
Oh, for sure.
desire, like distinct fondness about some specific restaurant that they would like to have.
That's it.
Whether it be it even a small eatery who's serving just the tempura and the fried chicken and
Like
all,
a
they would
Nero,
want
yeah.
it only from the one
They want
which
that
is
one.
there at Section 7.
Yeah. Okay.
Or if they want Mexican, they want it
They
from
come from-
Eddy's. Or if they want Mediterranean food or something like that, they want it from Hala Chicken or from the Pita Bar.
Yeah, I agree. You know,
Exactly. So they have very distinct liking, and they are going to order from only these places as well.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think like for us, one of the really cool things is one of my good customers as well. His name is Bruce. He has a son, and his son also loves it here, right? And we were chatting one day, and Bruce is a little bit older than me, but we're not too far off. His son is a little bit older than my daughter, and he goes to American school, and they love Eddies, right? So his son asked him, because he also went to American school, Bruce, right? He asked his dad, did you guys always come to Eddy's when you were in the American school?
All right.
And his dad was like, what? Like Eddy wasn't even in Taiwan, you know? So,
yeah, right.
So it's really cool. And one of the really cool things is, you know, when sometimes people don't know who you are, and they'll just kind of be walking.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, especially Taiwanese even, they'll be like, oh, we're going to go to Eddy's. Oh, miao chu Eddy's, you know, and they don't know that I'm Eddy, right? They just are kind of, when I hear this, it's a cool thing,
it's
man.
A nice thing, yeah, right,
it's a really cool feeling, and it gives me hope. I think that we definitely are going to expand and last. There's a couple things I need to fix, but yeah, that's the plan.
Last time I was at Magic Square, there were a couple of girls who came over to me and they said, "You're Jehu's boss, right?"
There you go.
That felt good. I said, all right, we're watching the England-France match.
Okay, yeah.
And one of our frequent customers,
beautiful.
She immediately recognized me.
That's great,
the
man.
The match was over and she said, "You're Jehu's boss, right?"
That's great. Said, it's a great feeling.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was not sure which one I am. Like, I'm Gary or I'm Jay. Which
okay.
One? Like,
Okay.
I said, but I've seen you there. You're one of the bosses, right? I said, yeah, I'm one of the bosses.
It's cool, right?
Selfie and all and everything.
That's awesome.
It on the site and everything.
Tag the restaurant. Tag the restaurant.
Right?
Yeah. No, it's cool because people. It's funny because Taiwanese and even Mexicans that I'm not super close with, but we chat.
Yeah.
They will call me Eddy's. Oh, Eddy's, ¿cómo estás, man? Eddy's, ¿cómo estás?
You have the.
I have the apostrophe S glued. It's glued to my name.
You got to patent it over here.
Yeah, it's glued in.
No more Eddy's.
I got to put it in my passport.
You're plural.
Taiwanese people
plural, dude.
will be like, hey, Eddy's, ni hao, Eddy's. And I'm just like, yeah. So it's a cool thing.
It sounds cool, by the way. Eddy ese.
Eddy ese. Yeah.
Ese.
Okay, I'll take it. Yeah.
That's the jefe, man.
El jefe. That's right. That's right, brother. You know. I really have some plans to blow this bad boy up, and that's kind of like my life's work, you know. So we gotta make it work, right?
Absolutely.
So what was? Tell me a little bit more about when you had all of those locations. Like, did you guys have a central kitchen? Let me just pick your brain a little bit. Did you bring chefs from India for each one?
Yeah,
so how is that? Because for us, business is actually great. But the toughest, like we close Monday, and people are like, why do you close Monday? And the reason is because we just can't find enough people to work.
Yeah,
right.
I know.
So what is the secret? Like, you at one point had so many. So what's
the thing that when we started in 2012 with the first one, Fusion Asia.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning. And me and Jay had to travel to India to get our basics right, the fundamentals right.
Yep.
Like, if we want to really start it, we need to know. Where do we order all the groceries from? What do we import? And how do we get it? What licenses do we need to apply? And when we get the premises, how many chefs do we need? How many would be enough? Would it be 3, 4? How many? And how many can you really get in terms of the paperwork and all that?
Yeah.
Because there was one thing that was sure for me and Jay is that we wanted to do everything by the book, completely.
You have to. You have to. Because once you don't, somebody who's like, ooh, they call the cops on you, the labor. We've had the labor bureau come.
Not worth it.
And like, even though we were doing it by the book, labor people would come and go through our stuff.
They're working
Ridiculous.
in our import offices and the other places. And like, how would we want that, that while our manager or manageresses are working for the restaurant, and we wouldn't want any kind of hassle, if I might say that.
100%.
It should come.
100%.
It should run smoothly, at least as far as the legal work is concerned.
100%.
So we went over there, interviewed the chefs. We had some help.
You were in India interviewing?
In India. We interviewed at least 20 to 21 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and literally we asked them to make a dish.
Wow.
And serve it to us.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, here's some chicken.
Well, that's the way. Because people can talk.
Here's 500 grams of chicken. Make your best dish.
Okay.
What is a dish that you're really proud of?
Wow. Okay.
Make that and show it to us.
Okay.
And lucky for us, we had some guidance from a guy who was an expert in this.
Okay.
In this field.
Okay.
Setting up restaurants and everything.
Wow.
In India. So, and he happened to be a good friend of ours.
Okay.
And then he took us around, made us do the selection in terms of chefs, groceries, everything.
Okay.
And put the first one on the floor over here. And got the first one running. Once we had that, we started getting other ideas that, okay, if this can be done, we might as well try to, see if the food courts are worthy. And
Tell me about that,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Yes.
the food court one, the issue is that when you're doing the food court business with the kind of material that you're importing and the costs that you're bearing,
It's hard.
it wouldn't be able to compete with all the food, the
the
local
really-
food that you
yeah.
get, which is so good and
That makes
hygienic,
sense.
hygienic and cheap at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
You wouldn't be able to, for example, you wouldn't be able to justify a set of butter chicken with a naan, with a soup, with some salad and maybe some fruits for 280 or even 250 compared
That's
to
tough.
a noodle soup which is this huge
Yeah.
for 100. So maybe once in
That's
a
tough.
while a customer would try that, okay, I'll try this in the Indian set today.
Yeah, something
But-
different.
5 out of 7 days, he would still be having the noodle soup or
100
the
NT
Thai
soup.
and 100 NT stuff. That's it.
It's tough.
So that's the
Okay.
way kind of the food
Okay.
court kind of stuff made.
Do they take they must take, I'm just picking out, sorry.
Yeah, sure.
They must take, the shopping malls, they take some percentage or something,
Huge.
right? A huge one, right?
Huge.
Yeah.
Exactly what Uber takes.
Oh, that big, huh?
Yes,
35.
man, that
All
big.
right. Oh, my
So
God.
basically,
So you're not, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So you're aware of how much Uber is taking, exactly what
Oh,
Uber takes.
35. I lose 35 to Uber, yeah.
35. That's
Yeah.
exactly what they take, and that's exactly how it works out for them. So eventually, you'll see that you will not be doing the numbers. You won't be doing the numbers, and you would be ending up paying still
Under.
Yeah, because there would also be a limited. There would also be a minimum cap, like you at least must reach this much sales. But how do you reach that much sales? So
That's tough.
this is one of the things that we realized with experience.
Okay.
And it's a good thing that we actually got to try it out.
Yeah.
And then find out that, okay, this is the way it's not working for us. And probably we need to do it just focus on giving the best
experience.
authentic possible experience to people when they come to your restaurant.
Yeah.
If they come over to your
Yep.
to your establishment,
Yeah.
and which is your flagship establishment,
Sure.
then you are able to serve them what they should really
And then
be
you get the
getting for
music,
that,
you get everything, and the
music,
drink,
the ambiance,
service.
the decor, everything. And then the dishes. Definitely the dishes, the food.
Sure.
That's
Okay.
when they will appreciate it more rather than
Okay.
having a quick fix kind of a thing.
Yeah, no, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah. What about, I think in the last, since 2012, there's more and more Indian restaurants.
Oh,
so
tons
is it
of them.
the popularity? Do you have any idea what sort of started the rise of popularity of Indian food in Taiwan? Is it curries or is it? My theory was always kind of like Japanese have a curry,
See, the
right?
way-
I don't know, but
The way I see it, I think
it's gonna drink.
I would
this.
like kind of link everything that's happening in the last decade or decade and a half to the it for me it makes sense that this
Sure.
is what has happened, that we actually see that
this is
the
good.
arrival of, you can say, or the rise of information and technology industry
Okay,
has also happened in terms of smartphones and stuff.
sure.
It's 2005 and beyond.
Okay, sure.
Once that happened, the job sector, if you see, it exploded with all these new IT jobs,
Okay.
which are available, and all these big new companies they came up,
Okay.
which kind of made the
Brings-
world travel around a lot.
So, like, do you
Taiwanese
think there's an
people who
influx
were-
of Indians
Yeah.
because of that, or
No, I would
or
say it's
just-
the
okay.
Taiwanese people who probably never had a chance before to go out and explore to a place like maybe London, Singapore, New York, or India for that matter.
Okay.
They had to travel for work or for pleasure, either ways.
Mm-hmm.
And they got this chance to try out the cuisine.
Okay.
Once they tried out the cuisine, they said, all right, this is good.
Okay.
And I would like to have this if I have it in my country as well.
Okay.
And that kind of made people more aware about the Indian food.
Okay.
Otherwise, I don't see any reason why 8 to 10 restaurants suddenly now is maybe in more than 90, including small eateries.
Is it that many?
It's
No,
that
really?
many small eateries, including all of them.
Wow.
Yes. I have a friend who actually did a count.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. I know it was growing, but I didn't know it was that many.
It's grown like crazy.
Okay.
You'll find it everywhere.
So do you find it like...
But many of them would probably be not as...
Of course. Oh, this I know.
Because
Yeah.
to create that kind of authenticity, the flavor and everything, you need the resources. It's not that they can't create, but they wouldn't have that space maybe, or that expertise probably.
There's a difference between... somebody going to India for 2 months, coming back, opening a restaurant, or somebody who's Indian who grew up eating and smelling and tasting that whole thing.
Yes,
There's a big difference.
exactly.
I mean, there's even Mexican things pop up. Right?
But let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
The passion by which they are like if they really like something,
Yeah.
and they want to recreate it, and they want to let Taiwanese people try it as well.
Yeah.
The passion is pretty much there. That they want to create that thing, and they want to serve it
Gotcha.
nicely
No,
and everything.
I think I love it here, and I think that one of the cool things is when you interview people, when you have local staff, they always, one of the things that their goal is they want to have their own coffee shop or their own restaurant or their own business. So I think it's a pretty like entrepreneurial thing. It's definitely tough
and
when you open your own. They want to try it. Yeah. People want to try
so
it.
even all the new Indian joints which I've opened, they mean good. They want to really do it proper, and they want to really serve whatever the dish that they are proud of.
Yeah, no, it's good. I think it's good.
And
Do you find that with the rise of the Indian restaurants, does it help, hurt, or doesn't affect?
I think
let's say your business.
It always helps.
It helps, right?
It always helps because if there are more Indian restaurants and people are trying more Indian food, it is actually increasing the popularity of the Indian food in general.
I agree.
So when the Indian food in general is already becoming popular, the next time somebody wants to Google and he finds out, okay, I want to have Indian restaurant, I want to have Indian food.
Yeah.
And if he sees a list,
yeah,
he's going to try every one of them on the list
True.
one day or the other.
True. That's
And
true.
Eventually, that's going to bring him
To
as
yours.
a customer to mine, to the one next to us, to the one next to us again.
Yeah.
And to other places as well. And I mean, like, this is what food is all about. Let him try.
Let him
all
try.
Places.
Let them choose.
And let him choose which one he likes the most.
Agree. 100% agree.
This is the thing that I totally believe in. Yeah.
100%. I know most of the owners of the other Mexican restaurants.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of my customers try theirs. They like ours more.
Yeah.
Or I also have 1-star reviews because they like another restaurant more.
Correct. Yeah.
But
that's the way it goes.
that's the way it is.
That's
You
the way
know,
it is,
like
totally,
we do what we can do, and I think one of the differences is I have some really close friends that have Mexican restaurants here as well, and everybody's always like about helping each other, which is nice because that's a little bit new.
That's great.
That's new because when I don't want to say I was the first, but I was the first kind of Mexican-ish Canadian guy to open a stand. That was 15 years ago. At that time, there was like, for example, the Mexican embassy would come once in a while to eat, but I remember talking to like the head. He's gone, so it doesn't matter, if I say Hua Hua or whatever, right? So he's gone, but he would come and he would eat, and he would be like, you know what? All these times I come here to eat, go ahead, dude. That's Chipotle. Yeah,
That's Chipotle. I love that.
All these times I've come here to eat and we chat, but I never see you in the embassy, right? And I'm like, well, because I have a Canadian passport, so I don't have to go to that one. And he was kind of like, oh, you don't have a Mexican passport, and I was like, no, I don't have it, and that was it. He never talked to me again. He never came back and stuff. It was just weird. Like there's really weird instances. He didn't feel like you're. Yeah.
He didn't like recognize that this is the roots are the same.
No, you would think so, but there's a certain kind of people that are like that, and it's a bit sad. But right now, there's some good places popped up, and I'm pretty tight with the owners. And for example, Fonda Mexico downtown, he used to come to eat all the time. I helped him set up his place downtown. I sold him some stuff. I gave him a whole bunch of equipment from when I closed the other restaurant, so he could open his restaurant. And he's like, what should I give him? I'm like, nothing, man.
I think the
do your thing. We love you.
The last time that you mentioned that you went when you made your trip back home.
Yeah.
or to Mexico, I think.
Sure. Yeah.
You got the tortilla maker, right?
Yes, that's right.
You got a custom-made tortilla maker.
I did. Yes.
Tortillas at Eddy are made with a custom-made tortilla maker. That's what I came to know when last time Eddy told me about it.
That's right. Flour and corn. We do flour and corn here, so it's good. Yeah. So we do. I know we just try to help each other, and yeah, everyone has a different style of food, and yeah, just be nice. I always think just be nice to everybody, and that's cool. And one of the things that kind of changed my perspective was when I started, I still read, but when I started, I was just like reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, all the business books that I could read.
You did that, right on?
And there was one quote, I can't remember from where, but it said, worry about your customers, not your competition, right? So
exactly.
When that clicked in my, because I always thought
that makes so much sense,
right? I always thought
that makes so much sense. There's no point that you have to look outside the window.
Why am I looking at Chili's or something when people are here eating? Take care of the people that are here eating. Make sure they have a good time. They're going to come back.
Correct.
Right? So when I always thought that, but I wasn't able to put it into words until I read that quote. And I was like, oh, perfect.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. So that people come, make sure they have a good time. That's it. That's what I think, man.
I think that's pretty much the essence of running a food industry.
Exactly.
Being in the food industry.
Exactly.
You really
exactly.
Just care of the people who are here right now.
They're having a good time. They're eating.
They're having a good time. Exactly.
Checking out a podcast, you know, Taco Tuesday, half price wings on Wednesday, just try different things. And
it's a good thing
some
that
stuff
you've created
works.
all of this. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to do like all you can eat tacos on a Thursday. It didn't really work. So we just keep trying different things. Right now, what we do is on Thursday, kids 12 and under, they get a free meal. Free kids meal.
Awesome.
So they come in. If the parents come, parents get their main, and the kids get on Thursday. On Thursday, kids eat free. Yeah, kids eat free.
On Thursdays, kids under 12 get a free meal.
Yeah, come on in. They come in. Parents come in.
Yes.
Parents get their main dish. The kids get their kids meal, and everyone has a good time. And it's packed out the Thursdays.
It's a good excuse for the dads to get their deserving beer.
And then dad gets a beer anyways.
Dad gets a beer.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens, right?
Dad just pays for the beer. He doesn't need to pay for his 12-year-old.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. So far so good.
That's the best combo you're gonna get.
Yeah, so brother, I don't know. I think it's a good business.
Yeah,
I love it. My plan is to really take it to the next level, and yeah, that's my life. That's my life goal, really.
Good luck.
And I think we're getting close. This year, I want to make some moves, but I gotta go home. I gotta see my mom.
Calculate.
Yeah.
Jeez, man, I'm going home to see my mom.
I miss my mom. A big mama's boy, man. I'm a huge mama's boy, so I got to go home.
She taught you all the cooking, did?
She did, yeah.
Really?
Whenever there was an issue, I would just call my mom. And my mom told me, you know what? If you're going to do it right, it's way too much work. Don't open the restaurant. Right. And I said, but we did it, and we do it right. And it's been pretty good, man. It's been pretty good. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Let me ask you a couple rapid fire questions here just for fun, yeah? You ready to go?
Okay. I hope they're not as fiery as the Chipotle wings, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Right, it is.
All right, number one, typical breakfast to get you started.
Eggs.
Eggs. Okay.
Different forms.
Yeah.
Omelette would do me good. Scrambled is fine. Boiled is good. A little healthier version on that.
Okay, nice.
And Indian breakfast as well.
Oh, now you got to tell me what's an Indian breakfast.
Upma and poha.
Okay.
Yeah, these two, they would recognize what it is.
Nice. Summer or winter?
Winters.
Winter, really? Okay.
You know why?
Summer's too hot in India.
Summer's too hot.
It's too hot in Taiwan too.
It's too hot in Taiwan as well.
That's true.
I grew up in a place where it used to be 45 and 48.
Oh, okay.
So 36 over here shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter.
But why it's winters is because you get to drink rum and coke.
Okay. We'll take that.
Agua libre, senor.
Yeah. Well, I come from like the snow, so I love the summer. Yeah. What's your favorite kind of food to consume? Like favorite dish?
Favorite dish? I think on any given day, you can't get, being in Taiwan, you can't get enough of the stir fry, the Taiwanese stir fry.
True.
That's
good
stuff. You go to the Kung Pao chicken and the rice anytime. Or the Toshu Shui and all that. It's going to be definitely one of your favorites all the time, yeah?
Every time I go to a place, they look at me and they're like, oh, Gong Bao Ji Ding. I'm like, what? How did you know that?
Taiwanese stir fry.
It's crazy. It's crazy, yeah. What's your go-to food in a Taiwan night market?
In a Taiwan night market? Not much,
or drink.
Actually.
Not much, no?
Yeah, not much, yeah.
We've been here for a long time, so you don't get out much.
Not much, yeah.
Okay. Android or Apple?
Interesting. Android for a very long time.
Okay.
But recently migrated to Apple.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
So I had the iPhone 3GS. Does anybody remember the iPhone 3GS?
Okay.
It used to be 10,000 years ago, the first version. And now I have the iPhone 13 Pro. Exactly.
Okay. Beautiful.
So,
wow.
Right.
And you like it. Okay,
Yes,
beautiful.
So far, so good.
I had like the iPhone 6, I think, and it was pretty good. I like to switch, rotate, try everything.
Yeah.
But I'm on the Google
So buying the
Pixel
new one
6.
every time?
Just kind of when my phone dies, I would buy a different brand.
All right.
But I'm on the Google Pixel at the 6 Pro.
Oh, so you're actually
that's pretty good.
You're like switching between Android and iPhone.
I was, but now I'm pretty happy with the Google
All right.
Pixel. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah,
That's cool, man.
My wife is all Apple though.
All Apple.
Yeah, all Apple. Yeah. Do you have a favorite content creator or YouTuber in Taiwan or elsewhere? You watch YouTube at all? No?
Content creator, probably not that much, but I'm a real big fan of stand-up comedies.
Okay, cool.
So quite a few subscriptions I have for them, but it would be...
What's his name?
I'm talking about the stand-up comedians from the Indian section.
Okay.
Yeah, so there are like quite a few of them. There's
Russell Peters is coming here, right?
Russell Peters is coming.
You're gonna check it out?
Booked.
Yeah.
I'm already booked.
Beautiful,
I got the ticket already.
Nice.
So there's Akash Gupta, there's Gaurav Kapoor, there's Anubhav Bassi. These are all these guys.
Okay.
They're touring all around the world.
Would they make the trip out here? You think?
They probably.
Beautiful.
I hope so. After
That'd be
Russell,
great.
probably we could get them as well.
Well, now people are coming, right? That thing's open again.
And Veerdas, the one who did the show in the US recently.
Okay.
Landing for India, and
Beautiful.
Veerdas Landing is on Netflix already. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
So a big fan of stand-up.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
Have you ever thought about doing a stand-up
I
yourself?
hope one day.
One day,
We can have
bucket list.
We can make it Eddy over here, right?
Okay, let's do it. Yeah,
stand up.
we can do it.
Yes.
It's on my bucket list.
Got it, man.
All right. Do you have a favorite city in Taiwan?
Taipei has to be it.
Taipei.
All the time here.
Area? Any
Yeah.
area? Tianmu.
Has to be Shilin and Tiamu.
Shilin, Tiamu, yeah.
This is our thing. Yeah, totally.
You can't get out of
Can't
Tiamu.
get out of here,
Tiamu's
right.
Tiamu's what's up.
28
Shout out to
years
Tiamu.
over here. That's it.
Really? Yeah.
Tiamu.
Okay. Wow.
Tiamuite. I'm a Tiamuite.
Tiamuite.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Favorite movie?
A big fan of the Top Gun franchise as well as the Rocky franchise.
Oh wow. Okay.
Rocky
okay.
and
Okay.
Top Gun, all of them.
Quick question on movies. Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah.
I loved it. Was it big? It was big worldwide, but was it also big in India or not at all?
It was big in India,
In
but
India
then
as well?
it also had that backlash because of many of the people
Stereotype
thought
and
that
stuff?
they're showing the
The bad
poor
parts?
and the slums and all and everything. But I personally didn't have any issues with that. I mean,
Gotcha.
like that's there. So
Gotcha. Well-
if it's there. So that was there. And
I understand.
Yeah. And,
Well, when they do Mexicans in movies, everybody's broke.
yeah. So
And they live on the dirt, right? So it's the same. I know what you mean.
The Narcos series.
Yeah, it's
man.
always not, dude. When somebody finds out Mexican restaurant, they're like, "Oh, Narcos!"
Definitely.
Oh, the two things
This guy
they
must
think
be related to El Chapo, right?
to me, they're like Narcos, El Chapo. I'm like, well, not really,
Exactly.
but okay, yeah.
And then Slumdog Millionaire does have that song which is directly relevant to our restaurant.
That's
Jai-
right. Yes.
Jai ho, that's the way
Yes,
it is, man.
that's what. Yes. I didn't make the connection until
There's the
now.
connection, man.
There you go. Okay, so then,
See.
okay, big. Okay, beautiful. Okay, da-da-da-da-da. Dream job, or are you living your dream
I
life?
would love to be a professional sports person.
Really?
Yeah. in
Cricket,
any field.
maybe?
Yeah, cricket,
Okay,
table
okay.
tennis, anything.
Okay.
Tennis would have been loved to if it would have gone to that level. Probably
Okay.
could have, but
It's tough.
yeah.
How's the sport level? What's the top sport? Is it top sport of cricket in India?
India,
That's the
cricket
top.
is a religion.
That's the
It's
top.
a religion.
Okay.
yeah,
It's
pretty
like
much.
soccer in Brazil.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The money involved is too big.
It's big, really. Okay. I have no idea. I don't know anything about cricket.
The cricket governing body that we have, BCCI,
Yeah.
is the second most richest sports body in the world after FIFA.
After FIFA, really? Because
Can you
FIFA.
imagine how big they
Wow.
are?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Okay. Beautiful. Last one. Do you have a most inspirational person in your life?
Most inspirational person in my
tough
life.
one.
Okay.
End it with a
in
tough one.
Real world over here. I think I will have to say it's my elder brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's a role model for me, and he's done stuff. He's achieved in academics as well as in personal life. The way that he has carried himself, what all he has done for his parents, for us.
Okay.
The way he has been like a guiding figure for us, all of us.
Okay, wow.
That's something that I really look forward to. He did his medical from Rajasthan, which is
Doctor.
a state in India.
Okay.
And he topped the state with
Wow.
9 gold medals. He was 22nd merit in India.
Okay, wow.
And he did his MD from a very renowned institute.
Oh, wow.
So did my sister-in-law, and now together they are running a clinic over there, as well as being associated with 3 top hospitals over there. So that's something. And
wow, okay.
Doing all that and having a very, very scheduled, organized life routine.
Okay.
In which he got time to do everything. Sports.
Okay.
Taking care of himself. His own development. Everything.
Okay.
And that's something really. So it would be my brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have many siblings?
It's him and my sister.
Okay, so 3.
Both
okay.
of them are elder to me. I'm the youngest one.
Okay.
The most spoiled one.
You're the baby.
The most spoiled one. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So they said send him to Taiwan. His uncle fixed him up, man. That's crazy.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Then the spoiled one. Yeah. The black sheep and the spoiled one.
That's
Both ways, right?
Well, it's funny because my family, in my small town, there's my sister was the one who really did well in school, and I have older cousins and stuff, and all of us were not good in school. So by the time, small town, long story short, by the time we would all go through the same high school, by the time we got there, my sister was like the white sheep in like the black sheep family. Yeah, it's crazy. We got one more question here from the audience here. Hold up. This might be a crazy question, but as for an alcoholic drink recommendation, what Mexican alcoholic beverage would mix well with an Indian alcoholic beverage?
Oh.
Can you make 2 of those drinks tonight? Fusion,
man. He's asking fusion.
I think
over
something
here.
tamarindo. I think tamarindo is beautiful.
With,
some kind of a tamarindo. Because we would do
would it be a gin thing or a rum thing?
It could be gin.
Would be a gin thing. Yeah,
could
a gin with agua de tamarindo would actually taste.
That sounds delicious.
Killer.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna have to do that. That sounds good.
A dry gin, a really good quality dry gin.
Okay.
With agua de tamarindo.
Agua de tamarindo.
Yeah, maybe a dash of lime as well at the same time.
Ooh, we're gonna have to try that. That sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother, was there anything that I missed that you want to hit on? I have one more small question before you say that.
Yeah.
If there was a movie about you, who would play you?
Whoa.
Ooh.
Jesus, a biography being made
A biography made about
I think I still
Girish.
and I still need to achieve quite a bit in my life.
Who do you want to play you?
Who would like?
Doesn't know right now.
Matthew Perry in his older years, like Chandler from Friends. Yeah.
Okay.
I would like
Yeah.
that character, somebody from that.
Really?
Like funny and humorous and all the time, cracking jokes and all that stuff.
Okay.
Somebody who can
Somebody's
replicate
just
that
happy,
kind of a vibe.
Okay.
And would be the perfect person
Super
to play
cool.
me. Right?
Super cool.
That would be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
There you go.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I always wanted to ask that one. Yeah, cool, man. Again, like I was gonna say, is there anything that we missed that you want to hit on?
I think the life is still an ongoing story, and
For sure.
I think I'm enjoying it every minute of it, every moment of it. And today, one more moment got added to it. That
Yes, sir.
Being absolutely an enjoyable experience. Being here at Eddy. Apostrophe S.
Eddy's.
Eddy's is plural now. He's not one.
When
they get the cloning thing correct and proper one, he's going to be cloned the first one. He's going to be
right.
Eddy's
That's
in
me.
real sense.
Because I'm Eddy's,
and,
right?
So it was really a pleasure being here, Eddy's.
Thank you, brother. Just call me Eddy's whenever you see me, guys. Yeah, appreciate it.
Absolutely a pleasure being here.
Thank you for the
food.
food
over here.
I'm going to pig out now that we're done. But yeah definitely awesome food. Yeah. Don't forget to check out Jeho in Tianmu. The description has a link to the restaurant's Facebook page. If it doesn't, I don't know what happened with the YouTube. Sorry about that. We'll fix it in a second here. But yes,
right behind the Shenkwang departmental store, you will find us over there.
Jeho, fantastic food, fantastic people,
and indulge.
Thank you. We'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.